The show was over, and Bumblefoot says to us, "You want to meet the boss?" Me and Sami were like, "Axl, we'll go meet him if it's cool. Like, we don't want to interrupt whatever he's doing. He just played for 3 hours." And then Bumble was like, "No, he's got to meet all these people from the radio station that won some contest." So Bumblefoot's like, he just cuts the line, and we go right into the dressing room, and Axl is just sitting there in a white bathrobe. And it's me, Punk, and Sami. And I was like, whoa, this is not what I expected. Like, I didn't think he'd be right here. And he was kind of looking down, and he had some other people in the room. And I remember he was drinking a Heineken, and he was just kind of, sounds like he was just decompressing from the show. And it felt kind of weird, like maybe we shouldn't be in here. But Bumblefoot just kept talking, and he was kind of like, yeah, go say hi. And we were like, he doesn't look like he wasn't in a bad mood or anything, but just, you didn't want to bother the guy after he just killed it for 3 hours. And he was in a bathrobe, and it looked like he was about to get in the shower. So Sami was a little different. He was pretty hell-bent on meeting Axl. But granted, Axl was only 10 feet away, but, you didn't want to say, hey, Axl, look over here. And we were all kind of on the same page of like, okay, this is really cool, but maybe we should kind of leave and let him do his thing. And then Sami had kind of just said, hey, Axl, and it kind of got his attention. And then he went over to shake his hand, and Axl wasn't ready to shake hands yet. And it was a funny situation that probably could have gone horribly wrong, but didn't. And it was my favorite Sami Zayn moment of all time, because he interrupted Axl after a killer 3-hour set in Chicago, and was like, just put his hand right there and was like, hey, Axl, I'm a big fan. He was like, definitely kind of starstruck, but at the same time, he's still Sami Zayn, which is a lot like you see on TV, just this, kind of wackiness to him in a harmless way.
Yeah.
And he kept saying, maybe I can get a picture with him. I go, I wouldn't ask him for a picture. Like, I just don't think he's ready to start taking pictures, or maybe he doesn't even want to. And he's like, oh, come on, when are we ever going to be able to see Axl again? And I was like, oh. And Punk's kind of like, I wouldn't bother the guy, I don't even know if we should be in here. Then Sami, he had no fear. He went right up. He did get rejected, but hey, at least he tried, When I told Kevin Owens that story, he almost fell on the ground laughing, because he goes, that's Sami Zayn as it gets, to go and interrupt, one of the most famous rock stars of all time for a picture after he's, just killed it for 3 hours.